Assalamu alaikum. Now we move to another topic. So the type is types of functions. It's a very important. It's a very important for real projects. Okay. So the first type is I just want to show you here. No parameters and no return type. Okay. So if I just write here also 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here I just write parameters and no return type. Okay, so here no parameters and with return type. Okay, so here I just write parameters with return type. Okay, I just want to show you the example of these types. Okay, so first of all, I'm just right here our main function. Okay, so remember that when you create function, so it be outside of this main function. Okay, it's not necessarily, but it's a good practice to you write outside of the main function your functions. Okay, so I'm just right here the no parameter and no return type. Okay, if you write void is a no return type, okay, you can use a void. Okay, so here I just write front info. Okay, so here I'm just write and call front. Okay, Mars Han. Okay, so here I just front info. Okay, when you call your function, okay, in the main function, you just write the name of your function. Okay, so I just want to show you. Okay, so I just write, okay, here main function. Okay, so here you can see Maaz Khan is fronted. Okay, so here you can see the void is a no return type. Okay, and here you can see I don't force I nothing force here parameters. Okay, so no parameters and no return type is the example of this function. Okay, so I just write here. Okay, so here you can see if I write the second, I just want to show you the second type of function. Okay, so here you can see parameters and no return type. Okay, here I just write void. You can see here it's a not a return type. Okay, no return type, but parameters included. Okay, so sum of numbers. Okay, sum of two numbers. Okay, so I write here the number integer. Okay, num1. Okay, integer num2. Okay, I just want to front it. Okay, so if I write here now front um, sum is okay, I just write interpolation here, num1 plus num2. Okay, so now I just write here sum of two numbers. Okay, but you can see here I want the function wants two arguments. Okay, if I write 10 here and also 10 here. Okay, so now you can see here sum is 20. Okay, so I what I do now, okay, here you can see the return type is void, so it's a no return type. Okay, and here you can see with parameters. Okay, so the second type is the function is parameter and no return type is example of this function. Okay, if I write here the number 3, okay, so here you can see, no parameter but our return type included here. Okay, so return type is I want to double or not double, but I want to, so integer. Okay, subtract two numbers. Okay, so now I just want to show you. Okay, here you can see with no parameters. Okay, but return types included. Okay, so here I just write here what will be the return type is, you can see here integer. Okay, so if I write here the 20, okay, but I write must return. Okay, so you can see this function return 20. Okay, so 20 plus 20. Okay, so this function returns 40. Okay, now if I call it, okay, print here subtract two numbers. Okay, no, so it's a subtraction. Okay, so 20 minus 5 only. Okay, so here you can see, here you can see 15 because it returns a integer. Okay, so this is the example of no parameter in return type. Okay, and the last one is here, if I write here, so if I write the parameters and also the return type. Okay, so for example, um, I just want to calculate two numbers. um, if I write here integer, um, calculate two numbers. Okay, now here integer num1 and integer num2. Okay, so here I just if no if it's I just write here num1 return num1 multiplied by num2. Okay, so it returns the two uh, the two numbers that return type is integer. Okay, so if I call this function here calculate two numbers, okay, 20 and 10. Okay, so now I can show you here. Here you can see 200. Okay, so it is very important these types. Okay, so it is very easy and it is very important also. Okay, so for now it's enough and keep practicing. I will uh, I will show you parameters in the next video. Okay, it is also very important. So for now it's enough, and see you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.